Welcome to Secrets to Alignment with Savannah Schaffer. I am here to equip you with the belief and energy to make your dreams a reality. Take this time to fill your cup and align with the most vibrant version of you. Welcome back to the Secrets to Alignment podcast with your host, Savannah Schaffer. I am so happy to be here. As always, this space is seriously one of my favorite places to come to. I cannot believe that we are more than 50 episodes in. You guys, this community has been seriously so incredible. I feel so grateful for each and every one of you guys. You have no idea. My passion is truly sharing the things that I go through and hopefully to support you through whatever journey that you're on currently right now and help you grow, help you become the most bright and happy version of yourself. And today's episode is all about how to get unstuck. I feel like almost every single one of my clients that I've ever worked with came to me in this space of feeling stuck. And I'm constantly talking with other entrepreneurs about where they're currently at in their business and how they are feeling stuck. And I really want to just give you guys a step-by-step process so that you can get yourself out of that place of feeling stuck and into a place where you feel like you're actually in flow, you're in alignment with yourself, with everything that you are doing currently, and you're actually showing up as the best version of you. So first and foremost, I think that what we need to take time to do is actually take a moment to gain some awareness on where we are currently at and know that it is completely fine for you to be in this place. Give yourself some grace and accept that maybe you've been in this spot for a little bit too long. Take accountability, take responsibility for the place that you're currently in, and know that once you do that, you can actually start to shift and change and become the version of yourself who keeps the promises that you make to yourself and starts showing up as the dedicated version of you that you can be. So take a moment here, take a second to actually journal or reflect and give yourself some time and space to just simply be, simply exist. This is always the biggest thing for me that I have to do to reset and refresh my energy. I feel like a lot of times, especially as an entrepreneur, it is so easy to just get into this mode of constantly go, go, go. We're turned on all the time, even if you're not an entrepreneur, but you're just working a regular job or you're a mom or whatever. You have to consciously take that time to slow it down, to advocate for yourself, to actually take a moment to say it's okay to simply just be and exist, because the world is not going to stop moving when you stop moving. It's not. It continues to change, it continues to grow, it continues to evolve, and all of the things. So if you just take a second to actually have a day where you're sitting in bed and you're reevaluating everything, you're journaling through everything that you need to truly reflect on where you're at and maybe what has contributed to you getting in this space that you're at. Maybe you can check in with yourself and see how are you actually taking care of yourself right now? Are you pouring from an empty cup? Are you truly showing up for all these other people? You're not showing up for yourself? Are you showing up for the person who pays you and you're not showing up for yourself at the end of the day? I know it can be so easy to just get into this rhythm of life where we're constantly moving, we're constantly working for other people, and then once we get home, we just want to cook some dinner or pick up some dinner and then sit on the couch and watch Netflix. But the reality is, if you do that for years and years on end, even months or weeks on end, I promise you, you're gonna start to feel stagnant. You're gonna start to feel stuck. You're not gonna be in the place that you would be if you were maybe utilizing that time to actually set some goals and to start using those tiny moments that you do have, those few hours that you do have, to actually start putting towards yourself and filling your cup so that you feel amazing in what you're doing every single day. Instead of using drugs or your TV addiction or something else to distract you from what's going on internally, this voice inside of you that doesn't feel fulfilled, this voice inside of you that says, I want more for myself, instead of distracting and numbing yourself, actually take a moment to reflect, journal, go for a walk, go talk to someone who you know will actually give you the resources and help you move forward in your life. And if I'm the only person that you have in your life right now and you want to utilize me, I am here for you as well. I have this podcast podcast to connect with you guys. I want to hear from you. I want to be getting emails from you guys. I want to be hearing from your DMs. I want to be supporting you guys. And I want to be that person that provides solutions to you wherever that you're currently at in your life right now. So know that if I'm the only person in your life that is like providing that for you, lean on me too. I'm here for you. I want to support you. I want to see you grow. I want to see you become the most productive and happy version of yourself. It's going to take you making that decision to actually put in the work, but I'm always here as a resource so that I can help maybe guide you to where you need to go or what you need to read or whatever, what you need to journal on so that you can actually gain some clarity on where you're currently at. Because it is, again, it's so easy to just get into the spot, and you have to consciously choose to accept where you're at and decide, I'm going to take radical responsibility for me getting to this place. I'm going to choose to infuse my schedule with things that truly support me and make me feel good and give me energy so that I can go do all the things that I want to do, whether that's hanging out with your daughter or your son, or it's hanging out with your friends, or it's taking your time to just go do some yoga or read a book. Whatever it is, you need to start taking responsibility for putting those things in your schedule. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. And I know that one person's schedule might look completely different than someone else's schedule, but we do all have the time. It's really just how are we utilizing it. And also, if maybe I'm talking about this and you're realizing, oh my gosh, I literally don't have time for myself whatsoever because my job takes up all my time. Babe, there is solutions to every single fucking problem that exists. There is always a solution. And if that solution is quitting your job and starting something new, obviously don't quit your job without having something in line. I'm not advising you to do that. But if you know that like eventually you want to leave your job and you want to go a different direction, you can do that. There are so many work from home opportunities out there. Maybe you haven't come across them, or maybe you haven't even decided to even go research or look into it. But I promise you, there are things that you can be doing where you start to have a little bit more freedom, more flexibility, more time in your life for you to actually start pouring into yourself. There's always more options out there. And a lot of times we can get so narrow-minded thinking that whatever that we want to do is only able to be done in this specific capacity or whatever the fuck. But a lot of that is just noise in your head. A lot of that is limiting beliefs. A lot of that is keeping you stagnant. A lot of that is you staying in your comfort zone and not fucking moving because you don't want to change. And the reality is, I know that you're saying, I really want to change. I really want to change. But if those beliefs are coming up and they're trying to keep you in the exact same place and you're like coming up with all the excuses and all the reasons why you can't do X, Y, and Z, those are all limiting beliefs, babe. And if you want to sit there and you want to be in your limiting beliefs, you can stay there. But I am not that type of person, girl. I'm going to tell you to actually reflect on every single one of those limiting beliefs that come up. If you're like, oh my gosh, I can't stay in this relationship anymore. Oh my gosh, I can't stay in this job anymore. Or oh my gosh, I finally need to start like working on my body, or I need to start eating better, or whatever the fuck it is that you want to change in your life. I want you to actually sit there and think about all the reasons why you don't want it. Think about all the reasons why you don't think that you can have it. Think about all the reasons why you don't think that you can be skinny, or you can be in a loving relationship, or if you think that you can be in an amazing job. There are so many things that we could come up with to validate those beliefs, but there's an entire different system of beliefs that we could start operating from so that we can actually accomplish all of these things. And yes, it's going to take some work. Yes, it's going to take some reprogramming of your brain, and you're going to really have to shift and change some things. But if you don't actually take time to sit with yourself and see what you need to become aware of in the first place, you're never going to get to the place that you want to go, and you're going to stay in this place that you are currently right now, where you feel stagnant, you don't feel fulfilled, and you feel like you lack direction. And I don't want that for you, babe. That's why you're listening to this podcast. I know it is, because if you're listening to this podcast right now, you're somebody who actually is wanting change. You're wanting to shift. You're wanting to grow. You're wanting to become the best version of yourself. And if there's one area in your life that feels out of alignment, please, like I said, take a moment, go take some time to either go for a walk, go for a little journal session in your car, go for a hike, go do something where you can block out all of the noise. You can get rid of any of the distractions and actually just sit with yourself and think on these few questions. Really ask yourself, what is in alignment here? What relationships in your life are actually serving you, and what are the ones that are limiting your growth? What can you be doing on a daily basis to get you closer to your long-term goals? And really a lot of us don't even take time to think on that specific question. A lot of times we're going year after year after year in the exact same place, and we're not actually setting these long-term goals for these visions that we have for ourselves. And we think, oh, well, it'll just come together or whatever. But the reality is you can't just sit there and like wish upon a star. You do have to put some work in, hun. You do have to make some plans. You do have to strategize a little bit. And once you start to actually put those things into action, once you start to actually lay everything out and you give yourself a plan, you're able to start following through and get yourself away from this spot of feeling stuck. You're going to actually get closer to your dreams and goals, and you're going to feel fucking amazing while doing it. But again, it is your responsibility to gain some awareness, realize where you're at, give yourself some love, give yourself some grace for getting to this point, but then decide, I'm going to get to a different place now. I'm choosing to move out of this position that I'm currently in, and I'm going to step into my fucking greatest potential, because you owe it to yourself to do that. You owe it to your family to do that. You owe it to your kids to do that. You owe it to your best friends to do that, because the reality is when we start to step into our purpose, when we start to step into the thing that we are meant to do, when we start to just align ourselves, whether that's in our fitness or our health goals or your business, whatever the fuck, when you start to really prioritize those things, the most beautiful thing happens. You start to inspire so many people around you to start doing the exact same thing for themselves. You start to inspire someone else to drink some fucking water because you're sitting over there drinking a gallon of water every single day. There are so many ways that just by being ourselves and just by simply either sharing it with our friends or just simply like living your life, you're going to inspire people to do better, to do more, and to become a light in their community. And that is honestly what we're all here for. We are here to help each other raise vibration, to support more people, to enhance the lives of everyone around us. And if you are staying stuck in this place of stuckness or stagnancy, you're not impacting any lives. And also, you're probably not being grateful. That is something that I've really noticed. The power of gratitude can literally shift everything for you. But if you continue to sit there and you continue to look at all the things that are going wrong in your life and everything that you've tried and failed at or whatever, you're going to stay there. I am always tapping into gratitude and constantly reaffirming every single thing that I'm grateful for. It could be the running water in my house. It could be my bed. It could be the fact that I have the option between hot and cold water. There are so many things that we have to be grateful for, but so often we're getting stuck in our head of all the negativity and spinning in all the other things that are not going our way. And then we limit ourselves and we block ourselves off from the blessings that we are meant to receive. So take a second to maybe recalibrate yourself and realize, what do you have in your life that you have been doing really good at? Where have you been progressing? What has been going right? What do you have in your life that you are super grateful for? You will start to literally change your frequency, change your vibration completely, and you're going to move into a place where you actually are welcoming things into your life simply from giving gratitude. It is like the hack and the best thing that we can be doing, and the easiest thing that we can be doing, quite frankly. A lot of times we get off track because we simply don't even realize that we're getting away from ourselves. We're getting away from our goals. And that's why I rely so heavily on journaling, and I'm constantly reflecting and seeing, where am I at right now? What am I calling in? What am I letting go of? I'm constantly reevaluating my life because it keeps me moving forward in the right direction. But if you don't ever check in with yourself, or you're only checking in with yourself on a yearly basis when you're setting your like resolutions, you're probably not going to notice that many changes in your life, because that happens on a daily basis. Your change in your life that you're looking for is going to come from you. No one else can change that. You have to take the action. You have to decide that you're going to shift and change. No one else is going to hand it to you. It's your responsibility to create the results in your life that you desire to have. And waiting on the perfect time is always going to be the best excuse that you can give. I know that you're waiting on the perfect time to make that big change or make that big shift, but I will tell you right now, the time is never going to be perfect. And you're going to be waiting for years and years and years of your life if you keep using that one excuse. So to put this really, really simply, take a moment, pause, check in with yourself, give yourself some time to be completely away from distractions. Check in with yourself. do some reflecting, actually journal on where you're at right now, give yourself some grace, some understanding, some acceptance of, I understand why I get to this place, I accept where I'm at right now, and I am choosing to move differently. Choose that for yourself. Make that decision and start putting some plans into action. Whether that's you actually making time in your schedule to do the things that you know you need to, whether that's you just making that conscious decision that you're no longer going to hang out with those kinds of people or do that kind of thing, not give in to substances, whatever it is for you, please take a moment, pause, reflect, give yourself that grace, that love, that understanding, and then decide to move differently and take action from that place. Like always, if you guys have any questions whatsoever for me, I am always here for you. I've got my DMs open at all times. A lot of you guys have my email as well. I am here for you. I want to pour into you if you have any questions, if you have any suggestions on topics that you'd like to hear me talk about. I am here and I am so excited to deliver that to you. I'm extremely grateful for you, and I will see you next Monday.